everybody. This is Karen Porter with SaltFactory513, and we're glad to be with you today. I have a special guest in the house. Well, it's not in the house. She's at her place. I'm at mine. We're on Zoom. So
Yeah.
let me let our guest introduce herself, and we'll get right to our topic today. Hello.
Hello. Thank you, Karen, for having me. But my name
Yes.
is Nadia Gaynor. I am a licensed professional counselor, national certified counselor, also board certified telemental health provider. And so I've been in the mental health field for over a decade, providing services to children, adolescents, adults, families, couples, just kind of everybody. And so I really enjoy what I do. I'm very passionate about the field of mental health and mental wellness. And so I'm just thankful to be able to come on today and just share some tips and tools during this time.
I really appreciate that. This is a tough time. Even before the pandemic, most of us brown people, we didn't do therapy. For what?
Right.
You handle it on your own. But now that we're in the house and we can't really go anywhere, most people aren't paying attention to that. But for those of us who are, there's still issues that are lingering, and then they're multiplied with the pandemic. So I really appreciate you coming on here. I've known Nadia for years, when she was a teenager, and then she got grown, and then married, kids, and all that. And I believe she's a special person. So y'all listen up. We're only going to be before you a few minutes. And, that's what them pastors say right before they do
Right.
another 30 minutes, but that's not today. Okay, so we have three questions that we want to ask today.
Okay.
So the first question is, why is counseling or therapy important for children and
Well,
adults?
counseling is very important because I like to say counseling is just a way for you to receive support. A lot of times people feel like they don't want anybody to know their business, or, a lot of times, we try to keep everything in, and that is not healthy for us. And so going to counseling or therapy and having someone that you can really talk to can really support you in learning how to discuss things that may have gone on in the past that you haven't dealt with, and also be able to discuss things that are currently affecting you. Historically, African Americans have been people that, have not believed in therapy because we don't
Right.
want to think, oh, well, that means you're crazy, or, something is wrong with you, or, I don't want anybody to be in my business. But the benefits of counseling is, your therapist is bound by confidentiality. So whatever you share in that counseling session, it stays within, that counseling session. And so that is a benefit. And it's just to have somebody to support you. A lot of times, we don't want to talk to family members, or we don't want to talk to friends because, we don't want to be judged, or, we may be ashamed to talk about things that are going on in our lives. But a therapist can really help you be able to process those emotions in a judgmental environment.
Okay, that's awesome. I think it's important to just, especially during this time. Okay, my second question is, what are the symptoms, or when should a person seek counseling or therapy? How do they gauge that?
Okay. I think it's important for children right now to seek therapy because children are going through, just something that's just very traumatic for them. A lot of children are not able to go to school right now. They're not able to socialize with their peers. It's been very different and challenging for them. I have three children myself. And so a lot of times I have to check in with my children every day just to make sure that they're okay themselves. And so because their routine is off and they have been very active, right? In
Mm,
school. And so right now my children, they're all going to school virtually. And so that's very different because they're not able to participate in those after school curriculums that they were used to doing. And so it's been hard. And so a lot of times, like as a parent, I just have to make sure that we're trying to fill in the gaps as we can. And so if you see your children, if they're crying more,
mm.
if they're being more irritable, if they're sleeping more, if you know your children, you should know when something, is definitely off with them. And so if you probably are looking at your children and saying, you know what, they're becoming, more angrier, they're more irritable, they don't want to socialize with anybody, those are signs that, maybe they just need an outlet, maybe they just need someone to talk to. Also as adults, it's hard, to see your children, like struggling and not being able to participate in things, and not being able to go to school. But also as adults, you have some adults, they have lost their jobs. it's hard because adults are not able to socialize. You know, it's different for all of us. A lot of adults are working from home now, and so
Mhm.
that comes with extra stress, right? So you're trying to manage your children going to school from home, but you're also trying to work from home. And so it's different. And so everybody is, you know, has more increased stress. Some people may have just increased anxiety. And so if you're someone who is just experiencing, you know, just depression, or, you know, you're just very sad all the time, you're just very irritable, you're just very angry, those are some signs that, you know, it may be time for you to reach out to someone.
Okay, that's good to know, because I know a lot of parents, they put in, I can be a parent as long as you're at school all day, but now I have to see you all day.
Yes.
You
Yes.
different.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah,
that's
and
good to
it's
know.
hard, like, it's stressful. You know, like I said, I had 3 children, so trying to manage, like, 3 different children, making sure, like, they're, you know, like, it's on class at different times. And I know for some parents, they're having to send their children back into school, you know,
Right,
because some parents, you know, they have gone back to work, and so that's scary because you're stressed. You know, you may be anxious about, well, is my child going to be okay?
right.
And so that just comes with, you know, just all kind of issues and worries as well.
One more question, okay? Um, does insurance cover counseling? Like, does Medicaid or private insurance cover counseling?
Yeah, insurance does cover counseling, and most providers, that's a benefit that they do provide. And so if your child is on Medicaid or if your child is on CHIPS, they do have mental health coverage. Only thing you need to do is just find a provider, and if that provider is someone who accepts your insurance, then a lot of times, especially if you're on Medicaid or CHIPS, you may not have to pay anything out of pocket. If a parent is on, you know, private insurance, you also have benefits, you know, through that through your insurance. And so give them a call, and, you know, you may just have to ask them, you know, like, what is your deductible, what is your co-payment, you know, after you have met your deductible. But most insurance plans, they do cover mental health coverage.
That is awesome. I didn't know, but I
Yeah.
know that that will relieve a lot of parents from just knowing that
Hmm.
I don't have to pay for this, and my child or myself, I can get to see someone. Okay, all
And
right.
also
So
a lot of adults don't even recognize that your employer may also provide free mental health therapy for you as well. And so call your HR department and ask them, do they have EAP or employee assistance provider? And so a lot of times they will sometimes pay up to, you know, sometimes as little as 3. I've seen it all the way up to like 20 sessions. And so only thing you have to do is just contact your HR and just see who they are in network with. And so a lot of times you don't even have to use your benefits. You can just use those EAP assistance.
that is awesome. Had no idea, Nadia. Had no idea. Okay, so tell the people of the audience or the viewers how they can contact you, and the best ways to contact you if they want to schedule an appointment with you.
Okay, yeah. So my number is 601-300-3067. And so I'm able to provide services to anyone virtually at this time. If you are located in Mississippi, just give me a call and we can set those services up. You can also follow me on Instagram and also Facebook. My company is New Life Goals LLC. And so that's the Instagram and the Facebook handle is New Life Goals LLC. And
Okay.
so that's the best way to reach me. And like I said, just give me a telephone call at 601-300-3067.
Okay, that is awesome, Nadia. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you so much
This
for
is
having me.
I'm grateful, and one of the things that I've realized that over the years, I'm a Christian, you a Christian,
Hmm.
and I've
Hmm.
noticed that God has put people in our pathway that will go in different directions. I knew Nadia when she was a teenager, and so
Hmm.
now as an adult, we're able to reconnect on this particular platform to help others. And I think that's what the body is supposed to do. For those of y'all don't know what the body is, we're talking about the body of Christ. That's what we're supposed to do is help one another. But she's able to help anyone across all ages. So y'all reach out to Nadia. She's good people. And you'll see her information at the bottom of the screen. And just make sure you go by and see her. Okay. Nadia, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay. We'll talk to you later. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.